welcome back. I'm just cleaning up some code here. Let's see. Okay, that should do it. Welcome back to the Project Management Solution, folks. It is Pags, your lovely host. Sorry, I had to fix that quick bugaroo. And we're gonna dive in. I got my little glass of water. It's almost out of water. Getting a little comfy. Yeah, so building the project management solution. We left off yesterday on a good note. Getting out of that sick feeling, going on runs still, trying to get out of this illness. Not very fun, folks, we'll be honest. Has not been fun, and typically I don't get very sick because I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm always eating vitamins, always going on runs, taking care of myself. So not like myself, but it happens, I'm human. Anyway, I did want to talk about a possible solution for one of the bugs that we mentioned yesterday. For those who are coming back, welcome back. The bugs we're talking about. For those new, we're building a project management solution similar to like a Trello, a Jira, just a little bit better UI UX and a little bit smoother of an experience. And cleaning out all that feature noise. I feel like software nowadays, modern software, is just doing too much. A great example of the opposite of this, who's done it properly, is like ChatGPT. It's like super simple text box. You get things done really efficiently with less. Less is more. So that's kind of the goal of the project management solution is I've been irritated with project management solutions that are currently out there. This is becoming a thing where people are downloading it, which is pretty cool. People are using it or signing up for it. And so work needs to get done on this sooner than later. Anyway, to the task and possible solution today. One of the bugs that we had was dealing with the task posting endpoint not working. Likely because I'm going to need the project ID, the user ID, and I think to assign those two to generate a new task ID, I'll have to pull up Prisma and look into that in a moment. But that functionality is currently broken. But all the reactivity, all the data handling stuff, I did look into a fun, here it's popping up here, React query. Looks like that is going to be our potential solution for this. And what it is, I suppose, for those who don't know, probably a lot of you guys watching this do know, but it's like a better version of Axios, from what I understand. So if you use fetch to maintain your endpoints, you kind of have to deal with your headers, you got to deal with a whole bunch of other stuff, and then Axios kind of streamlines that a little bit. React query apparently allows for even more features and functionality. You have access to is loading, is a positive response, failed response, is error, things like that. So we're definitely going to look into this. I think this could be a potential solution if it like handles the data caching and reactivity very well. We will definitely integrate it. So that was kind of going to be a goal today, just to do a generic proof of concept similar to what we're doing with the draggable page. Just build a POC for using React query and see how it goes. So yeah, I'm going to start with that. Let's pull open a few things. We're already running dev. We're in our application. Let me see. And I want to look into this a little bit more. So we have our npm here. What I want to do is install this into our deal. Is TanStack query, is this the same thing as React query? I imagine it is. It's got to be, right? TanStack query, the same as React query. Boom. Here we go. Oh, okay, it's just the latest version. Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome that we are looking at the latest version. Let's do the TanStack query. I'm going to go to GitHub actually and read it a little, see if they have some documentation. Let's see. TanStack query v5 version 5. I did see some videos of that coming out. So that's pretty exciting. Let's see what we have here. Quick features, transport protocol backend agnostic data, fetching, REST, GraphQL, promises or whatever. That's cool. Caching and refetching. That's big. Refetching. That is huge. Then we don't have to deal with that. And potentially maybe we could integrate Next tokens as well. I think that would be something really cool to do. Yeah, let's look into it. It's built in TypeScript. Nice. I like it. Doesn't look like there's a lot. Oh, here's all the juiciness for it. Okay. So we got caching, refetching, parallel queries, prefetching too. Nice. Yeah, see, I was in the Vue ecosystem for a little bit there. I started in the React ecosystem, went to the Vue ecosystem. I'm happy to be back in the React ecosystem because there is such cool stuff in it. There's cool stuff in both, but this is, matter of fact, let me just really quickly check if there's a Vue query tan stack thing, or this is for Vue as well. I think is what it said, Svelte, Vue, and React. But needless to say, I do like the React ecosystem a little bit more. There just seems to be more like documentation, ton more tutorials, ton more videos, all that stuff. But anyway, so we're gonna import, it looks like some tan stack query stuff. Our query client provider, our use query. I imagine we're gonna wrap the entire application in this provider. And we are. So it looks like we have an example. Okay, I see. So we're gonna wrap whatever we need in this client provider. So I'll just go to the in-app layout and we'll stash this in here. Not all of this, we don't need that in there. We just need the provider. So I'll put that. You can also get rid of recoil and I think I'm gonna deprecate a few other things. What is this query client? Oh, I do need that. Okay. And I'll probably deprecate TRPC, to be honest, guys. I'm not finding it to be super useful for me personally. But tomato, right? So recoil roots, recoil. Get rid of all the recoil stuff. Real quick while we're here. Oh, did I move my environment store? Oh, I did. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? All right. We'll keep recoil. I'll leave that for another episode of streamlining stuff. It'll be a very boring episode that day, but won't be today. Won't be today, folks. All right. So looks like we pull in some sort of endpoint here, and looks like we can destructure a lot of things out of that endpoint. So out of here, we have our use query. I'm going to go to our function real quick. And where is our function? Oh, this whole thing is it, but start it down here. This is going to be our provider right here, or not our provider, excuse me, but our endpoint. This is so cool. Okay, so if there's loading, that is so cool. Let me just go ahead and pop this here, see if we're doing this proper. We may not be, and that's okay. I do want to get to a different endpoint, something that we're actually using, but that is really cool. If we could just use this is pending for like loading states and skeleton loaders and stuff like that, that will clean up a lot of code for sure. So really interesting. No query client. Interesting. So do I need to use that query client for for anywhere I'm using that? That's what it looks like. That seems redundant. Let's see if that works. Let's see. Query client. Oh, and then I need to pull that in. That's fine. I'll pop it there for now. Boom and boom. Okay, no query client is set. Are you sure? I'm staring at it. Query client provider something. It said something. Okay, I'll try this this way. No query client set. Use query client provider to set one. I thought we are. No, use query client. Oh, I see. I see. I don't know. I'm still a little confused. Matter of fact, I'm just going to do this real quick, see if this will work. Not seeing it working like that, but Interesting. Data.name is not available. Okay, well, let's see what is available, right? Let's just get data back in general, right? Right. Oh, we do see something. Okay, cool. Nice. Looks like it is working. It's just text is all white here. Okay, so I think this is working, right? We do see text in that little robot thing. So boom, look at that. And we get a data response. That's cool. So from what I understand is we can now destructure a few things like is loading. And I could use this as a component, like if is loading, a return some base loader component, right? So let me just build a loading text and see if that kind of flashes for a sec. Boom, loading right there, just like that. So I think opting for React Query and getting good at it could be really useful for this. I think it really could be. And then I want to know how to use the refetching. Refetch. Do you use it with use effect is the question, right? I would imagine yes, but I think part of the point of using React Query is to avoid some of those things like use effect and whatnot. So let me look it up. Let's see, fetch, background fetching window, refocus, refetching. So is this for Next.js? Okay. They do have it for Vue. So I was talking crap on the Vue ecosystem, of course. So it's not a bad ecosystem. I was actually really thoroughly impressed by it. It just feels like React is like the Apple, where it's just like easy, straightforward, and then Vue is maybe like Android or like Nokia or something. Yeah, it's a good ecosystem. It's not bad either, but I'm actually building a project in Vue for our companies. Yeah, but let's see what this refetching deal, background refetching indicators. So a query status pending state is sufficient enough to show that the initial hard loading state for a query. Okay. Sometimes you need to, just completely glossed over that. But sometimes you may want to display an additional indicator that a query is refetching in the background. To do this, queries supply you with an isFetching boolean that you can destructure from the use query. Okay, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So return status equals pending. Looks like they're showing another loading. And then there's an isFetching as well. So I guess I can do something like this, right? Is fetching by getting more data or something, right? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, can you make a CRUD operation on this real quick? Just so I can like post something, delete something, like something, right? Because right now we're just reading, which that I can understand and see the utility in some of this. Let's see, background fetching. Where was the refetching though? That's something I want to see how to do. Refetch on focus. Okay, so it looks like I just pop it here, make it true. Custom refetch. Okay, focus. That is so cool. Okay, we had ChatGPT code us up a little something real quick, see what it does. But I do think ultimately React Query is going to be a huge help for all the like tiny issues. So add item, delete item, perfect. So now we can see when we're refetching, and is this actually fetching and posting to the endpoint? I want to know. So here's our query. Not sure to be honest. I delete it all. But I fundamentally want it to be a lot simpler, where it's just something like this, where you can easily see if something's being altered or not. Let's see, folks. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Delete, 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 delete. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Okay, so we're gonna be back to our page now, our draggable page. Let's try to integrate React query with this. Still don't understand why it wasn't working for quick start. Let's go to installation or quick start, one of the two. We do know it's installed, that's good. Use query still, throwing an error. No query client set. Okay, so then const query client, new query client, boom. Should be set. Unless it needs to be set above, it's fine. Guys, I'm so exhausted. I don't know if I've got like a stuffy face or something, but just has been a consistent feeling of not feeling the best. And I don't like it. I really don't. It's like I try to drink water. I try to drink clean water. I try to take vitamins. I try to eat vegetables. I'm eating these like wraps, you know, to get some salad in my life. I eat healthy chicken. And then I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I just get downright and dirty and eat cheesecake. Just downright and dirty, just downright. It's so good. It is so good. Okay, so what is all this? On click mutate date.now. Oh, it does look like they had all their queries with their. Okay, let's pull this up one more time then. Maybe we didn't mess around with it enough. Golly, guys. Okay. Maybe not. I'll just ask ChatGPT to do this. Can you integrate React query within this file? Boom. Certainly the entire application needs to be wrapped in query client provider. I know. I tried that already, chat. I tried that already. Let's go to installation then. Let's see. Install. Nice. Did that. That's it. Unless we want to have some sort of developer dependencies or ESLint checks. That would be all. That we could access a little bit later. Kind of looks like it's it. So, folks, I am unsure still, to be honest. But per usual, that's where it always starts, and then end up figuring it out. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure it out. Let's see. Maybe I need to watch some YouTube videos or something on this, but I do think fundamentally React query is going to be, let's just read about it so you guys can kind of get about it. Powerful asynchronous state management for TypeScript, JavaScript, React Solid, Vue, and Svelte. So would I even need to deprecate ZooStan potentially if this helps with state management? I know some people said it could replace Redux, which thank God, because I do not like Redux. I just feel like it's so just not usable. It's not quick at all. It's not lightweight. It's not intuitive. It's like Angular. It's not how to do stuff. You know, in my opinion, build a lot better software not using Angular. What do I know? You know, what do I know? Of course, we need the type declaration. How did we get it running the first bit? That like quick and dirty start, right? Let's see. This might have been it. No. This is a bit of a frustrating one, right? Bit of a frustrating one. So I'm gonna undo a lot of this. We're gonna go back to our little draggable. I do know that it's probably gonna be Our solution though, for some of the reactivity and stuff like that on the front end, it just seems like an easy go-to to handle it all, and for refetching and retries and things like that. But let's pop over to the Kanban page, which is really base column. And I want to see what's going on with this endpoint that's not posting tasks. Probably should have done this a few times, right? Oh, and this is going to be an issue too. We're hard coding some user signatures. Okay, so we need the user to log in, and then let's see. All right, forgive me, folks. We're moving slow today. We are moving slow today. Golly. But that's part of the process. You know, that is part of the process. So not frustrated at all. Just taking it bit by bit. And what I want to do is find that post request for posting a task. Post task modal content, which is going to be here. So our button, task store, post task. So let's go to our task store. We haven't looked at this in a while. And let's see. Post task, make sure we're getting all of these things. Task name, task priority, task status, boom. Okay. And we'll say console log running, and let's look. It might be the endpoints too, you know. So we're gonna put on the detective cap. I should have a detective cap right next to me at all times. I can slap it on, which gives me a brain blast, folks. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to up the podcast game, up the YouTube game. You know, I need some funny stuff. Okay, so let's see. So we have our task store, which I want to see that we're passing in all of that data, and then I want to go to that endpoint. Which I did not pull up. I got distracted by the potential jokes. And the task endpoint is going to be API/task/task. And looks like we're posting a project ID, which could be the issue, potentially. Maybe we're not receiving a project ID, but fundamentally what we're doing when we're creating a task is posting a task to a project. So looks like I did some Redis stuff. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm getting the cache task. I don't know. We'll see. So basically though, what I want to do is console log all this stuff and the project ID and make sure we're receiving all this when we're posting a task. If we're not, task ain't gonna work. Post ain't gonna work, folks. And I just put running here. So if the synchronous line of code stops, if we don't see this running, we know that there's an error within the endpoint, and then we can check out the endpoint and do some detective work over there. So let's see. Boom. Looks like it all went great. So it might be a get task functionality with the Redis then is my next thought. Prisma create task, because we got all of this stuff. We got all 5 parameters: the name, the priority, the category, the column, and then the project ID it belongs to. Which makes me think it's another issue then. So I'm going to pull up the database. It could be Redis. I could be doing this improperly by looking for cached task, and maybe that's where I'm messing up. Is let me just remove this. See if it's just a data reading issue, a data fetch issue, right? Potentially. I'm unconvinced. I remain unconvinced. Let's see. We got tasks. See later. So we built a few of these. We have 30 tasks here. Let me see. Boom. And let me refresh.